Hi, good afternoon. This is Mike with Lakeshore RV, and today we're going to feature a 2022 Raptor 429. You got your generator up front, and that's 5,500 watts, 50 amps. You got two 30-pound propane tanks. This will point to the tank that you run off initially. When this runs empty, it turns from green to red and switches over automatically. And then here's your hydraulic fluid. This is for the auto level. You got a central vacuum. There's 30 foot of hose. There's a head, a wand, and all the attachments that come with it. And then here's your 50 to 30 amp adapter. So if you don't have 50 amps, you can put the 30 amp on. You're limited to one AC at a time, so you can just choose one of the ACs. And then if you need to plug it in at home, you can do that. No AC, no microwave, but everything else should be fine. And then here's your sewer hose. Light. So this in command, there's a manual backup in here. So you have a touch screen inside, and if you have an issue with any of that, you can come out here and do like the front awning, the rear awning, front jacks, rear jacks, awning 1, awning 2, and then your slide out. So you can do all that. Just turn your selector where you want it, and then hit the in, out, up and down button. There's the overflow for your fresh tank drain, or fresh tank fill. Air will shoot out of that, and then here's your electrical outlet outside. You got your side patio deck. It's got the big screen TV up there. You got some vents so you can open these up, circulate air. So if you're running down the road, you can get air running through that. You got a rear awning that comes off the back. That's a push of a button. And I got your deck all set up here. And 3 Seasons doors. And that awning's just a push of a button too. I'll show you where that's at. So maintenance, it's important that you're on this roof at least twice a year, checking the caulking for cracks. So if you get any cracks in the caulking, you want to make sure you recaulk it. And it's literally a 5-minute job. You do it twice a year. You won't have any issues with it. In fact, it's got a ladder. So to use the ladder, you take the pins out, extend it towards you. But when you're traveling or whatever, you push it back up against there, repin it. Here's your 50 amp hookup. Here's the fuel tank for the generator. Here's the fuel tank for the fuel pump. And then there's your pump. And then turn it on, you just hit the on button there. And then there's your black tank dump for the rear. So just hook your hose up, pull the gate valve, dump the toilet, and that'll dump the rear toilet tank. And then there's your other sewer hookup. Now the water heater's tankless, so you have an endless supply of water, hot water. You turn it on here, and there's a thermostat inside. And then here's your docking center. If you want to winterize, this is where you hook up. Hook a hose up, drop into a jug of pink stuff, turn it to winterize, hit the pump, and then you'll siphon it through the trailer. City water connections here. So you can just do normal flow, run off the pressure, or you can turn it to fill and fill your tank from this location. So this is where you hook up for city, also where you fill it. And you got your black tank flush here. So hook your hose up, pull the black, dump the toilet. After that's dumped, leave it open. Hook a hose up to here, let it run for a few minutes, and it'll clean that tank out. And then the gray gate valve's next to it. So you pull that, and that'll rinse everything off. Just make sure that this is open when you're flushing this black tank out. So this flush is only for this tank. And do all this first, close it, or shut this off, close it, pull your gray, and again, that'll rinse the sewers hose out for you. Battery disconnect. So the only time you want to disconnect it if you're storing it somewhere, otherwise you just want to keep it on. That way it charges your battery up. And then there's some instructions here. This one also has instructions for the auto level. You got your 100 amp hour deep cycle interstate battery. You can add more batteries to it if you want. And I'm going to send a video on this auto level and show you how that works. There's some docking lights on the front cap. There's 2 lights up there, so there's 2 switches. Okay, here's your water heater. Literally turn it on and set your temperature. Kicks on automatically. Thermostat for the living area. This is your in-command monitor panel, so this will let me know how full the fresh, the black, both blacks are, and then both gray tanks. And then it'll kind of get solid as it fills, just like the fuel station is. You got exterior lights, interior lights. And so you can do all this just at a glance. And to get deeper into it, yours is set at all zeros, which you can change if you go into the settings. You can fire up the gen here. Looks like the guys ran it for about a half hour. They probably ran it and tested like the AC and stuff off of it, so it's got about a half hour time on it. Awnings. So you got two awnings on the side here, one right by the front door and then one over the rear door. Awning lights. Lights. Hitch, you can raise and lower this. You can also get an app for your phone. So if you go to in command, you can download an app, and this hitch portion would be cool. So you can raise it and lower it if you're backing up with your truck, so you don't have to get out. So that's a great feature. The tanks are heated. So the fresh black and gray tanks are heated. So if you get running down the road or whatever, or if you're getting some cold weather, you can turn those on. That'll help. And then your heating and cooling. Got your bedroom, air conditioner. You got your main living room. The main living room is also going to have the furnace feature, so you can do fan, cool, and furnace. And then, of course, you got your so you got bedroom, living room, and then garage AC. Now, this shower door you want to lock open when you travel, so it doesn't break. Toilet's a porcelain foot pedal flush bowl. Fan, light. Then you got your chargers, phone chargers next to the bed. So you just slap your phone on there. You got a TV in your bedroom. All your breakers and fuses are here, so if you have any issues, this is a great place to go. So anything that runs off electricity is ran through a breaker. Anything that runs off the battery is a fuse, and if a fuse blows, a light will come on next to that fuse. So if you walk by and you get a blown fuse, if you walk by and you see a light on in here, then one of the fuses is probably blown. You got your microwave, it's also an oven, and then you got your oven down below. You got your keys on the faucet. And you got your huge fireplace, that'll kick out some heat, AM, FM, CD, DVD player, another TV. You got a little spot next to the fridge, which is amazing. It's a great spot to store maybe your coffee pot or whatever. More counter space. Fridge will run off electricity or propane. So right now it's on propane. Here's your thermostat, 1 through 9. 9 is going to be the coldest. So turn it on. This is your mode button. So right now I have it on electric auto. So it'll run off electricity if it's available. If not, it'll jump over to propane. So this one did that. We're not plugged in right now. We're running off your battery. So it switched over automatically to gas. And when I plug it in, it'll go back to electricity automatically. So you got your auto, or you can just do straight gas, or straight electric, or straight gas. Yeah, fridge is cold. Pantry. This one's got a washer dryer hookup, so if you decide you want to go that route, you can do that. There's your thermostat again. Looks like you got another TV up here. And this one will actually come down, so if you're sitting at your seating area here, you have a direct view of it. Now the beds, the bottom bunk will push the top bunk up and down. So this pin is holding the top bunk up right now. If you want to release that, you raise the bottom bunk up, take the pressure off the top bunk and pull the pins. And there's one in each corner. Once you pull the pins, then the bottom bunk will lower the top bunk. Top bunk stops here automatically. There's a little plate in there, and then the bottom bunk will continue. Also, these bunks flip up. So if you take both pins out, you can flip it horizontal and put the pin back in this hole. And then you got more width. If you want more height, keep it like it is now, and you get more height out of it. There's your half bath. And if you have any questions, please feel free to give me a call. Again, this is Mike at Lakeshore RV, 231-855-9998.